They were killed.
They were a complete law to themselves. They were given a free hand to do what they liked. And they did what they liked. They shot, burned, murdered, beat up, did anything they liked, and they burned Balbriggan and many other Irish towns.
The case of Balbriggan, a small seaside town near Dublin, was not untypical. On the 20th of September 1920, a senior policeman was killed. That night, policemen broke into, looted and burnt 4 pubs, 49 houses, and a hosiery factory. The morning saw families fleeing their homes. In England, public opinion grew restive. Concerned editorials appeared in the Times. The Sinn Féin strategy of making Ireland ungovernable by Britain was beginning to work. And there was another strategy being employed against the British: the hunger strike. London, 25th October 1920, Brixton Prison.
It was so long drawn out. People had no experience of long hunger strikes up to that date. When he passed 40 days, that there was no hope, we were expecting his death from day to day.
After 74 days, Terence McSweeney died. He had been the Lord Mayor of Cork and the commandant of the 1st IRA Cork Brigade. Before his death, he had written, "It is not those who can inflict the most, but those that can suffer the most who will conquer." His body was returned to Cork. Thousands attended his funeral.
We followed that man's agony until he died. And we weren't alone at that. The whole country were with Terence McSweeney in Brixton Prison until he died.
After McSweeney's death, the atmosphere in Ireland was electric. Here, British forces confront Dublin crowds. Meanwhile, British Secret Service officers had arrived in Dublin to break the IRA's network of informers in the British administration.
Word got out that what they call the Cairo gang had arrived here in Dublin. They were the cream of the British intelligence, and that they were living in civilian houses all over the city. And needless, I was a soldier, and the men that was with me were soldiers. We never asked any questions. We got an order, we carried it out. Whether it was right or wrong, we carried out that order. We went up to the hall door, knocked at the door, and a maid opened the door, and I said, "Could I see Captain Bennett?" Oh, she said, "He's in bed." So he's very important, I must see him. We brought down Bennett down to Ames, and I said to them, "You know you're British spies. You know the consequences if you're caught as a spy is death." I said, "That's what's going to happen to you 2 men now. The Lord have mercy on your souls." So the 2 of them were shot.
Along with Bennett and Ames, the bodies of 10 other officers shot by the IRA were returned to England with full military honours. On the Sunday that had seen these shootings, Black and Tans had fired into a crowd at a Gaelic football match in Dublin. 12 people had died. It is remembered as Bloody Sunday. Ireland was at war. By late 1920, Ireland was fighting an effective guerrilla war. Around Cork, the IRA was particularly strong. In November, 16 members of the security forces were killed in an ambush. There was another a fortnight later.